This is the day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. This is the day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. This is the day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. This is the day that the Lord has made. This is the day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. This is the day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. This is the day that the Lord has made. This is the day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. This is the day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. This is the day that the Lord has made.
Good morning and welcome to All Saints by the Seas Digital Children's Chapel. I'm Reverend Amy, and while I miss being able to be with you all in person, I'm so glad that we can be together in this digital format. If you are able, I ask you to find a candle in your house and have a grown-up who's with you help you light the candle as we get started with Children's Chapel. Each week we light the candle as a reminder that God's light is shining in our world, in the dark places, and there's places where we're afraid, and there's places where we're sad, and there's places where there's joy and happiness and fun and love. God's light is shining everywhere, and this light is a symbol of God's light. So let's go ahead and light our candle with the grown-ups' help. And now it's time to say our prayers. So why don't you center your hands in front of your heart to help us center ourselves for our prayer. And we'll take in 3 deep breaths, in through our nose and out through our mouth. I like to close my eyes when I do it. So if you'd like to do that, you can as well. Let's take a deep breath in through our nose and out through our mouth. 1, 2, 3. And now repeat after me. God be in my head and in my thinking. God be in my eyes and in my seeing. God be in my ears and in my hearing. God be in my mouth and in my speaking. God be in my heart and in my loving. Amen. And now we're going to hear the story for today. Today we're going to read the story from the Read Aloud Bible Stories called How God Made the World. Do you like to make things? God likes to make things. It was God who made the world. God said, "Come light," and the dark ran away. God said, "That's good." He called the light day. He called the dark night. Then God said, "Come sky," and the sky came. Next God said, "Come dry land." Up came the big hills, up came the little hills, down came the water into God's place for it. And God said, "That's good." Then God said, "Come plants." Up grew the apple trees, up grew the corn, up grew the beans, up grew the green grass. God said, "That's good." Then God said, "Come sun, come moon, shine in the sky." God made the stars too. God said, "That's good." Then God said, "Come fish, come birds." God made the big fish. God made the little fish. God made the big birds. God made the little birds. God said, "That's good." Then God said, "Come animals." God made the cats. God made the dogs. God made the horses. God made the lions. God made the bears. God made the bunnies. God made the butterflies. God made the beavers and the bumblebees. God made the wiggly worms. God made them all. And then God said, "Now let's make people." First, God made a daddy. His name was Adam. God brought his animals to Adam. Adam said, "Your name will be dog. Your name will be cat. Your name will be horse. Your name will be lion." God gave a name to every animal. Last of all, God made a mommy. God brought her to Adam, and Adam was very pleased. Adam said, "Her name will be Eve." Then God looked at all God had made, day and night, sky and water, land and plants, sun and moon, shiny stars, fish and birds, animals and people. God was pleased with everything. God said, "It is very good." I wonder what your favorite part was. I bet I could guess.
The horses.
The horses were your favorite part when God made the horses. I wonder what your favorite part was. Maybe you can say your favorite part to the grown-up who's with you today. I have to say, I love all of it. I love hearing about how God made everything that is and called it very good. And especially, it makes me happy when I think of the people and the creatures in my own life that God made, and you, that God made you. God is so good. Let us sing a song of praise to God.
The story tells us about how good God is. Let's sing about that together. God is so good. God is so good. God is so good. He's so good to me. God is so good. God is so good. God is so good. He's so good to me. God is so good. God is so good. God is so good. He's so good to me.
That was a wonderful story. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I'm Chaplain Allison, and I'm really glad that you're worshiping with us today. I'm here in my backyard with my chickens and my dog Waffles. So we're going to get ready to have our closing prayer. So let's put our hands in prayer position and have 3 deep breaths in and out to help us get settled in prayer position. That's 1. So let's go. Another deep breath in and out and in and out. Okay. Help me, Lord, to love you more than I've ever loved before. In my work and in my play, God be with me through the day. Amen. And now it's time to change the light. Remember, we light the candle to represent God's light here with us. And when we blow the candle out, it doesn't mean that God's light and God's love go away. It means that it goes everywhere, and it's inside of us also. So let's watch the light as it goes. There it goes. It's moving everywhere. So, thank you for worshiping all of us here today. And now let's sing a song.
The candle reminds us that God's light is always within us, and we can let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. hide it under a bushel. No, I'm gonna let it shine. Hide it under a bushel. No, I'm gonna let it shine. Hide it under a bushel. No, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine.